So Preneurs, who wouldn't want to have a comfortable conversation? But the real question is, who's really going to tell you the truths that are real uncomfortable that we all need to accept? Let's talk about it. Welcome back, Preneurs. I'm excited about this conversation with you because we're going to talk about some truths today. And when you hear about truths, there's always three ways of looking at truths. There's the way that maybe you hear your truth. There's the way that the other person that you're having a conversation hears the truth. And there's usually the real truth, right? But today we're going to talk about the uncomfortable truths that I think all of us need to hear and we all need to accept. I have a couple of points. Hope you can stick with me to the end because I think it's going to help everybody in regards to where they want to go next in their life. So the first one is a very simple one, which is you either have a supportive partner, you either have you can see it right here, no partner, but there is no third option. So if the person that you chose, all right, that could be your queen, that can be your king, whatever that is for you, that you decide that you want next to you, that you want to build an empire with, that you want to do life with, if they're not supportive of your goals and dreams, then there is no option for you to be standing next to me. So I'm always weary about this. I was coaching someone that's a little bit earlier about this. And they were telling me, I said, so tell me about your spouse. Tell me about the one that you chose, right? Like you sleep with this person all the time, right? When they're always next to you. Tell me, are they excited about your goals and dreams as much as you're excited about them? And he mentioned back to me, it's like, nah, not really excited about them. I said, that doesn't make sense to me. Why are you guys still together? If the person that you chose that is not excited about your life the way that you are excited about it, then it makes no sense for us. We're not going the same direction. So if my dreams are not exciting for you, then we are not on the same page. Therefore, it doesn't make sense for us to be in the same area. So again, supportive partner, no partner, there is no third option. That's what you have to choose. Again, if that person is really for you or they're not. That goes to number 2, which is no vulnerability. I'm always worried about someone that can't really tell me their flaws. Like, oh my gosh, I'm the best ever. Like I walk on water, like I'm the greatest. Like, what's your flaws though? I don't care about your strengths. Like, tell me what your weakness is. Tell me things that we got to work on, right? Because if someone can't tell me what their issues are, then they really have no self-awareness. So no vulnerability equals no self-awareness. And that's scary. That's a dangerous person. Okay, so if you have people around you that can't tell you what the issues are around them, that is, again, everything's just so perfect because no one's perfect, then that's an issue with them. And that's a truth that everyone needs to be able to have that conversation with. And hopefully you have that conversation with an individual saying, bro, you're not perfect. Like, what's going on? Like, why can't you tell me what's going on with self-awareness with you? This is a big issue right now, especially when it comes to leadership, when it comes to business, especially if you're leading departments and you're leading people. People want to know that you are real and you got to be vulnerable with people if you're really taking them to the next level. That's number 2. Number 3, which is one of the biggest ones, especially when you're a leader, you're trying to grow your own business. You have all these people, all these haters, all these critics that say, you know, you can go out of business. Oh, you really going to start something? I remember when I first started our business, like, you're crazy. It's just one of those things. Like, you're really going to grow a business? You're really going to grow an agency? You're really going to do these different things? Yes, people are going to do all those different things that attack you. And you want revenge, right? You're like, that's what you want. You're like, oh, yeah, I'm going to prove you wrong. You have no clue what I'm about to do. You have no clue how big I think. You have no clue about what we're about to be able to take our business to the next level. And I'm going to make you eat your words, right? That's what you're thinking about, right? But the best revenge is getting to a place, okay, this is point number 3. Best revenge is getting to a place where you don't even care about revenge anymore. That means you went so past it, you're like, man, I don't even care about it anymore. That's the place you want to be at. You want to be at a place where it doesn't even bother you anymore. It's not even a driving factor. That is how great you went. That's how much success, that's how much advancement you went to where you were at one point when you were first being hated on. So again, the best revenge is not even caring at all about the revenge because you were advanced so much. Okay? That's number 3. Number 4 is position yourself, okay, to have a long-term relationship. Okay, so it says long-term relationship it's not really, you hear this all the time. You hear, man, we've been together for 10 years. You know what? We've been committed for 18 years. We've been together for 30 years. Time doesn't define efficiency. Time doesn't even define if it's working. So just because you have a long-term relationship, this is point number 4 for you, doesn't mean it's working. How many people you know have been together for a very long time and all of a sudden the kids are now at the house and they divorce? Because it wasn't working. All right, they were fighting for the kids. They weren't fighting together. They were fighting against each other, but they weren't fighting towards what is trying to break them apart. So then what? It wasn't working. Just because you stay at your job for a long time, you had a good relationship with your job, doesn't mean it was working for you. Doesn't mean you're fulfilled. Doesn't mean, again, that you're going to the next level with your life. So right here, time is not a definition of if it's working or is efficient or is even healthy. Okay? And that's just the real truth. Another one for you right here is number 5, which is self-love comes from self-control. Right? So if you're trying to be a people pleaser and trying to be able to appease everything around you, then therefore you need to increase what's called more self-love, more confidence in yourself, understanding what you've been called to do, what God has inside you, right? Whose you are. So self-love again comes from what? Self-control. You don't have to people please everybody when you are on a destined path for what you are called for a purpose for. That's number 5. That's just the real truth. Number 6 is one of my favorites. This is a big one, especially in today's time, because all of us have a cell phone. So where are we all usually on? Social media. So you're probably on TikTok, you're probably on Snapchat, you're probably on LinkedIn, you're probably on Facebook, you're probably on, God knows, there'll be a new one popping out. And now Elon Musk now owns Twitter. So then you're probably on Twitter now. It's like all these different things. So social media, overthinking, all right? You're thinking about so many different things right now because why? We are so busy with things going on today. Oh my gosh, inflation's over here. Oh my, Ukraine's over here. Oh my gosh, so this is going over here. Oh, my kids are over here. There's school over here. Oh, my spouse is over. You're thinking. So now you have an overthinking. And then you also have relationships, okay, that don't actually encourage you. We all have relationships that actually what? Steal from you. So when you have social media, you have overthinking, and you have meaningless relationships, the real truth is do not let that steal your time and your energy. Those are things that are literally being stolen. You got to watch that. You got to see, is social media like really taking so much from me? Like, what am I watching? What am I giving my awareness to? What am I getting my attentiveness to? Because whatever I give my attention to expands. Is it putting fear into me or is it putting faith into me? Which one is that for me? What am I really thinking about right now? What is it in my relationships? Is it fostering positivity? Is it fostering negativity? Because whatever it is, it's stealing from me. And it cannot steal away from my time and my energy. And usually those 3 things, again, are stealing away from those 2 things. So, and that brings to my last point. And this is such a big one today. Why? Because I ask people all the time, so like, how you doing? And the normal response is, oh, I'm good. You know, how you doing? I'm good. How you doing? I'm good, right? But really, like, are you really good? Are you happy? Do you have joy? Happiness is a choice consistently. And what you'll see right here, it says, if you always think happiness is somewhere else, oh man, if I just get into this new relationship, I'm gonna be happy. Or if I just get into this new job, I'm gonna be happy. Or if I just start this new business, I'm gonna be happy. Or if I just move to this new location, I'm gonna be happy. And I'm not saying any of those things are bad. And maybe you need that to happen in your life to be able to transfer and elevate in new environments. Great. But if you always have to think happiness is somewhere else, happiness will never be where you are at. And so once you understand that happiness is where you're at, because you can create happiness wherever you are, your environment, because you control your environment, then that means wherever you go, happiness will also be as well. So these are the 7 truths, okay, that are usually uncomfortable to have a conversation with. And hopefully you're able to take it as well and say, man, which one of these points hit me, right? Which one of these points I need to look at and say, man, I need to be able to increase this. I needed that truth to hit me as well. Okay, and hopefully this video was able to help you. Tag somebody as well that you think needs to hear some of these truths. Maybe I missed some. Go ahead and add the comments and let us know as well. And make sure you're increasing 1% daily so we can consistently keep helping you increase your profit, your passion, and your purpose. Why? Because we want you to live your best Preneur life as well. We'll see you guys in the next one.